Respected Chief Guest of the Day, Honorable Governor Sri Narasimhan, Commissioner of Police, Cyberabad, and Chairman of SCSC, Mr. Sajjanar, Commissioner of Police, Rajkonda, Mr. Mahesh Bhagwat, Ms. Anusuya, DCP, Women's Cell, Cyberabad, and also the Women Forum convener, Ms. Vishnupriya, Joint Secretary and Women Forum leader, distinguished guest of the dais, First Lady Madam Vimala Narasimhan, Mrs. Anupama Sajjanar, Harichandra Madam, Executive Council members of Cyberabad Security Council, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and a very warm welcome to all of you. Today is the first edition of SCSC Women Conclave. And this conclave is themed She Empower. And I'm sure you'll just kind of appreciate why we have themed this particular conclave like this. And the entire program structure has been structured in a way that, like say, a lot of women empowerment programs are going to be shared with you. And I'm very delighted and excited seeing the overwhelming response from the industry in a very short period of time. And I can just see not only women today, but also men who also think about women empowerment. It's just not only a women's duty or responsibility, but it's also men who stand behind to be able to see through that achievement. And before I just go into the theme of the program, I would like to just also give you a very quick overview of Cyberabad Security Council so that you would appreciate the programs that we've been doing and the kind of impact that we have made in the overall Cyberabad area. This society, Cyberabad Security Council, was formed about 12 years ago with a visionary kind of thought process as to how IT industry can collaborate with the police department to be able to protect the interests of the IT corridor. And one of the main reasons is that unless otherwise we have a very effective safety and security infrastructure, the investment community would not be really thinking about coming in large numbers to invest. So with that kind of background thought process, this whole society was formed. And I should just say again, with a lot of pride, that this is a very unique initiative. 12 years ago, there was no such organization at all. But in the recent past, a couple of other cities in India have started emulating this model. We are focused on human safety, infra safety, traffic safety, and cyber security, giving a very comprehensive kind of an outlook on safety and security, but rather than only looking at the infrastructure safety. Our members come from the IT industry all these years, but recently we started extending this to all the establishment in the IT corridor. So we look at, like all these establishments as part of our IT ecosystem, rather than looking at only IT companies. And our programs and initiatives have had a huge, significant positive impact. And this impact is actually on a sustainable basis because of the on-the-ground monitoring and making sure that we bring all these stakeholders on the same platform to be able to achieve what we want. And finally, this is a true example of public-private partnership model. And we haven't seen, or we have not heard from many delegates who have visited here, who have come to us and then try to understand our model, explain that we have never seen any such model anywhere in India and also in other parts of the world as well. In alignment to the women's safety initiatives of our Telangana government, one of our major focus is women empowerment. And we not only preach about women empowerment, but we have a lot of initiatives, programs on the ground which demonstrate in reality how we want to implement and bring about women empowerment in reality through our programs. So I'll just kind of walk you through some of these slides which talk about our fundamental philosophy towards women empowerment. We look at safety and security, a holistic approach to, women empowerment. The fundamental philosophy that Cyberabad Security Council believes in is that women empowerment is all about increasing the strength of women socially, economically, and emotionally. When I talk about these three important fundamental pillars, our programs are oriented towards all these three pillars. Socially, we go about creating awareness of safety and security among women, reaching out to the IT companies, reaching out to the schools, reaching out to the housing colonies, in so many different areas. We also have this audio-visual vehicle that goes to all the suburbs, goes to some of the rural areas, and that preaches about, what safety and security measures women have to take and what kind of legal constitutional rights women have. So that impact has really made a big difference in the society. And the security infrastructure, if you look at Cyberabad, we almost have more than 250 CCTV cameras donated by Cyberabad Security Council. So I'm not talking about the other 60,000 that has already been implemented, the visionary leadership of the police department. And the infrastructure is very, very important to be able to create the deterrence among the potential crime makers. Mobility, women should be freely mobile. If they are not going to be mobile enough, I don't think being at a place where they're not going to be empowered. So what we created was She Shuttle. This is about 4 years ago. We launched it, very sustainable, very impactful program. I really take pride in saying that Cyberabad Security Council, in a very close collaboration with the Telangana government, who sponsored the buses, and the operational expenses are being borne by the IT industry. They are sponsoring the buses. So we are actually operating these buses. It creates almost, free transportation for all the women. Every month, we have about close to 30 to 35,000 passengers being transported using She Shuttle. And it's just there in Rachakonda area and the Cyberabad Commissionerate area. And economically, we all know that education is the very key aspect for anybody to be able to grow independently and economically. And that leads to economic freedom when they get into a job and they have to be on their own to be able to earn by themselves. Emotionally, a very important factor, because we have seen in the recent days or in the past that women take extreme steps to even end lives because of the distress they go through. So they have to be strong enough, emotionally. So have to have better resilience and less dependency on many different, aspects in life. So our programs, if you look at, again, the programs on the ground, impactful. So if you look at awareness part of it, we go to all the IT companies, as I said, self-awareness. We have covered more than 25,000 women employees in different corporates and housing societies and schools, colleges. And the self-defense, again, very basic self-defense, 4 hours program that we do in the IT corporates and also some of the schools to be able to protect themselves. And on the public security, I talked about the CCTV surveillance. And this CCTV surveillance feeds live data into the command control center in Cyberabad Police Commissionerate. 24/7 SCSC staff monitors the feed and be able to kind of prevent any issues from happening. And look at the safe mobility. I talked about She Shuttle. Cab driver sensitization, because we always think that every employee, direct or indirect, they are part of the ecosystem. And the cab drivers are brought in on Saturdays, and we address them on the sensitization aspects as to how they're part of the overall ecosystem and what happens, one incident happens with the traffic, with a cab driver. And cab stickers program, again, about more than 50,000 cabs, private cabs that are operating here are checked in terms of the ownership and also the drivers. We have verified with the help of the police department. We have a database. Anytime an incident happens, we just have to simply know what the cab registration number is with the cab sticker. We'll be able to get all the information just instantaneously. And if you look at the emotional security part, Margadarshak is one of a very unique initiative of Cyberabad Security Council. And this is primarily to be able to do some emotional counseling of women in distress, particularly when they are going through any kind of, situation, harassment at public place or private or home domestic violence. So this program is intended towards, creating some mentors in the IT industry so that they can counsel women in distress. And this has had a huge impact. More than 200 plus Margadashaks have been trained, and they've been doing a lot of interventions. And we always encourage women in distress to go reach out to the Margadashak in their own companies. So, as I said, this is the kind of, impactful programs that we do on the ground. and we continue to do many such programs, and we certainly need your support. And I would say that the programs could be there, the legal constitutional rights could be there, but ultimately, a woman, if she doesn't stand up, learn, internalize, and practice, right, things are not going to change. So I urge upon you that you must try and understand all these aspects. Please do, leverage this platform and empower yourselves. So we intended to create this platform for spreading more awareness, exchange ideas, deliberate concerns and impediments to women empowerment, and the necessary measures to be taken. And so this conclave has come to reality. This will be an annual event like our annual cybersecurity conclave moving forward. Our speakers at the conference are from various walks of life with extraordinary achievements to the credit and have made an impact on this theme. We will be celebrating their achievements today. The overall theme as sessions addressing on respect, reach, and rise. With due regards and wishes to the architects of this event, Vishnupriya, DCP Anuswaya, and all the core committee members, all women came together to be able to contribute to this event. And of course, as you see, men stand behind to be able to kind of support. And I'm sure unless otherwise we are inclusive, we are together, we will not be able to achieve what we want to achieve. I request all the delegates to leverage this platform to gain, exchange, and subsequently disseminate, more importantly, practice all aspects of women empowerment that we are discussing today. Thanks, and wishing you all a very empowered and productive day. Thank you very much.